So that's why I always go back to SPED, and I want to start going into the high schools and telling those little kids, like, nah, you can really be something, bro. Because I surpassed everybody that was in my public school. As far as, I mean, like, my quality of life, you know what I mean?
So if you ask me to describe Millyz, the first time I say is loyalty, real inspirational, real driven, focused, you know what I'm saying?
Like, lately I'm getting more vulnerable trying, because, like, how we grew up, you can't be vulnerable at all. Because it's like sharks smell blood in the water. So, like, I'm so much from that, but now that I'm, like, just a pure artist and that's all, I'm just trying to get to the point where I could be real vulnerable in my music and just give the fans all of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already making records, though, that family members don't like me for and different things like that. Like, I'm already kicking my whole life. I had two environments, because my mother and my father, they split like young when I was like 5. And my mother moved down the coast, and my father lived near Porter Square. And my father's house was kind of like, he's like an artistic dude. He's like a real hippie from the 70s. So his house was full of artists, and it was way, like, there was way less structure at his house, I would say. Like, he was kind of just free, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could do what I wanted. But then at my mother's house, that's where all my homies were. Like, that's where it was going down. This is like the gateway for real, from the coast to the port. And I grew up directly on that street, like Pearl Street. So I used to walk up, cut straight through, walk to Columbia Park and sell drugs in the morning.
Before school?
Nah, I wasn't in school, bro. Come on, you gotta know that about me, man. I didn't make it that far, man. I got kicked out of school real early. It's two different worlds. Like, you definitely got Harvard and MIT, and that's kind of its own world. And they never really mixed when I was growing up. Like, you would see college students kind of in Central Square, but in the actual neighborhood, you didn't see that. Like, so it's weird, because even Cambridge, like, the city's probably says it's like 3/4 white, but then the public schools are 3/4 black. So, you know what I mean? It's just different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in school with kids that would, like, when we were on the field trip to the aquarium and shit, they would sprinkle all type of sunflower seeds on them on the bench and let 100 pigeons peck away at them. Like, crazy shit. Like, the suburban kids were really crazy. Like, the urban speds, like, from where I'm from, like, the speds from the city, like, we would just more like bring a gun to school, bring drugs to school. The suburban ones were the crazy ones. They were kind of like, a kid came in with the whole iron burned on him because he tried to iron his shirt on him. Like, I was in school with crazy kids. Like, one of the kids shot his father. He was from Melrose. He shot his father with a shotgun, never came back to school. Shit like that. So this is what I'm around when I'm like 14, 15. So that, like, of course that altered my trajectory a little bit, and that's why I always talk about education. It's not even the sped school. Like, I didn't have homework or nothing like that. So, you know what I mean? A regular kid, like, you had homework when you went to school, right? You went with a backpack, right? Not me. You know what I mean? Like, it was over, because from 9th grade, they were already like, all right, we just got to get you through these 4 years. We don't got to teach you. So what am I learning? I'm learning shit from my classmates. And my classmates was nuts. And I was nuts. So I just fueled off of the chaos that we would all bring at once. And so I guess when I talk about being in special education, like, it was more to the fact that it altered the trajectory of my life through being, like, just feeding off being a product of my environment.
Man, Bootleg Kev, DJ Damage. We got that boy Millyz all the way from Boston to come to LA BT weekend to spit these bars.
Working.
Yo, I'm telling you, the illest rappers in a lot of people's opinion come up here, they scared to rap, man. But this guy's gonna
I got 4 brothers booked. This isn't a movie. I swim in jacuzzis with women that's considered as groupies. Spark a stogie and I listen to Boosie. Sipping this goosey before I start, rather fill up a Uzi. I live with a plan, so I ain't doing shit for the gram. Cause hoes will fuck the lead singer just to get to the band. Rappers keep praying I quit, I just started. I mean, most of them lame, they just garbage. What I'm getting money for if I'ma live modest? My bro got it on him, gun big as Chris Wallace. Don't come over that bridge thinking that it's just Harvard. Cause the bridge we know, that's 6 projects and booming drug blocks that never been bogarted by none you out of towners, Hennessy and downers, sleeping on the city night, swimming with the flounders. Wait.
music is always therapeutic for me, so I just try to catch a vibe and just get off my chest whatever I've been thinking about for like the last week. It depends like on the time period, you know what I mean? Like if I do a feature for somebody though, I'll probably just run through it, and it depends what the joint is, but I know how to put some mindless shit out there that sounds good, but I also know like on my records I like to really reflect on what I've been going through, tap into that part of me, like what I've been dealing with and what issues I want to get off. The more I show people what I really, really, really do, the more the world is gonna understand what I got to bring to the game. You know what I mean? So, but I love being able to do both, man. I love being a versatile artist. It confuses people, but I feel like nowadays we're in a lane where, like, you know what I mean? A Tory Lanez could make a dope trap record and then make a dope Caribbean record and then go sing. I think the game is kind of moving towards that, man. People want the whole package, and that's what I'm gonna bring.
Yeah. Money raining down, I'm just counting my blessings. Cut a couple clowns, had to learn a few lessons. They gon' come around when they figure you flexing. Do it for my town and for my intersection. They call me Blanco.